And here we are in the first match of the Sky Pillar Circuit Season 2, featuring the new teams. The teams now named James Pond and Shadow Claw Syndicate. As you can see by our also new overlay, much more simplified, much less empty space. I think it looks quite a bit better this way. So I am very, very excited for this match. We have, quite a lot of change that I'm not going to be able to cover all of it, that's for sure. But basically, the teams now are going to be even more competitive than they ever have been in the past. And here we have the bands that you cannot see because they are hidden behind the logo. We have Wigglytuff Band, Delphox Band, Charizard Band, and Slowbro finally is the last band. Now Blade's gonna lock in Trevenant with the first pick. Okay, very solid, very solid. I don't disagree with this first pick. You usually want to start with a strong defender. Luke is gonna counter this by picking Ceruledge. I mean, Ceruledge does do a lot of damage. Frank the Wolf, not sure what to pick. I'm guessing he's gonna go for a Meowscarada here. Alright, so what do we have after this? Okay, Percival is going to walk in guard. We have a Mimikyu pick from Henny Guy. Mimikyu acting as like a pseudo-speedster almost. It's a very strong Pokemon and quite fragile, but beyond its disguise ability, it can be a little squishy. Anyways, our Jack Tech has decided to lock in the Umbreon, and Sceptile is thinking Comfey, I suppose. Comfey is a fair pick, because, when you're only playing with one hand and, expecting your teammates to carry you, Comfey is a great Pokemon for that. Plush and Liddy Ranger are going to lock in Goodra and Clefable, respectively. I do think that these picks are fine. I think that these picks are acceptable picks due to the fact of, Goodra is very hard to kill, and Clefable is a fantastic support. And finally, we have Chandelure. I like Chandelure into this team. There's not really super big amounts of range to try and, fight the Chandelure from a distance. Not that you would want to do that anyway, but, it's good to have that. I do think with the Delphox ban, the amount of self-healing on this purple team is very, very strong, and I believe that this is the team, the Shadow Claw Syndicate, is the purple team. I wish I could change the sides, but oops, that's too much work for me. I can't do that. My bad. So I do think the Delphox fan is pretty good. And it's really going to be up to Chandelure, which we're probably going to see on Imprison, to, maybe try its best to nullify this healing. Anyways, Plush, a Gold Ribbon Goodra. That's something that you can't see because of the overlay. Plush is Gold Ribbon Goodra. That's pretty impressive stuff. That is a lot of Goodra gameplay. And we are going to see if this is going to make a huge difference here. I mean, it's going to be pretty hard to chop through a Goodra, especially with a Clefable supporting it. Alright, so, we are going to start off by going up this way with Percival and Blade. Okay, so we have Tree plus Guard top lane. I don't dislike this. I think that this lane is very good. You have the Tree for getting in there and causing some very powerful defensive, antics. But we already have conflict here in the center as we are fighting to see who gets this Baltoy. And I'm not entirely sure who got the KO, but it looked like it was the opposing side. Alright, so we are already in this laning phase, and in the bot lane we have something very interesting going on. We have Comfey with a Sprigatito in the bot lane, fighting against, a defender and also a Clefairy. Now Sprigatito is going to go in, try and get the steal. This Goodra is just walking on top of this, and Comfey is just not putting out the healing output that we need, and that Goomy is actually going to get the KO on the Sprigatito. Speedsters are great once they already get ahead, and you don't really want to be on a a speedster at level 3 is comfy, unless it's like one of the really, really hard to, you know, fight early game ones, like an Absol or something. Anyways, we have Lampent here, fighting, getting off massive damage with the flamethrowers and stuff, nearly picking up a KO on all 3 of those Pokemon, but they were each able to escape. Now up top, it seems like things are going south pretty bad, as, you know, Ceruledge, level 6, you know, very early level 6 from the Ceruledge, and I'm guessing that there was an extension a little bit too hard, and the Ralts was, you know, caught and met an unfortunate end. And the early evolutions from, you know, the Evolutions, as well as Charcadet, which I think evolves at level 5, very, very strong early game, and it's going to be up to, you know, it's going to be up to them to try and catch up level-wise. But it's okay. Looks like the red team is also going to be grabbing a lot of this Altaria, but the whole team is here. Lady Ranger at level 7 with the Mimikyu, double buffed. Let's see what we can get off of it. Well, we're going to get mean looked off of it. That's what we saw. And now Chandelure is going to pick up a KO on the Goodra here. And things are off to a rough start for our purple team. Our team Shadow Claw Syndicate. Alright, so, okay, Umbreon gets a little bit too close to the mean look there. Mimikyu picks up the KO with the powerful slaps of Shadow Claw. Mimikyu nearly catches the Chandelure there, does end up catching it with the Shadow Claws, though, and we're gonna even pick up a KO on the Meowscarada. We hit level 9. We instantly use the Unite on this, on this Ceruledge. Ceruledge goes down very quickly, and we have a big counter push coming out from this purple team. And things are looking pretty good for them, honestly. Things are looking solid. However, we have the first objective spawn. We have, you know, Gravity coming out from the Clef. And Umbreon's going to go in and try and steal, but it turns out the Chandelure is the one who gets the steal here. Umbreon ends up fainting. And now what? Well, we get imprisoned on the Mimikyu, but Chandelure is too fragile to survive all of these Pokemon. And guess what? That's a fainted Comfey as well. And now we're going to slap up this Ceruledge. Ceruledge coming back with its own Unite. And it's... how did Ceruledge live that? That's insane. How does Ceruledge work? I don't understand. But Ceruledge able to, you know, clutch up and survive all of that. And get the win there, surviving the fight. Now things are looking fairly even, team experience-wise, you know, and we are all rotating top, it would seem. We're going to have yet another team fight. It has, in a second here, it looks like. You know, we have the Goodra and the Espeon, Umbreon, I'm sorry. Fighting up here. Frank the Wolf gonna get caught out a little bit too far and chased down by the Mimikyu with the Shadow Sneaks. Mimikyu now picks up another backline KO, this time on the Chandelure. We're gonna try slapping up everybody. We catch the Umbreon a little bit too far ahead. We were gonna get a goal break here. And Luke's not gonna be able to prevent that. He's gonna back away, smartly so. And this is a Regieleki that we are gonna try our best to nuke down, and man, Mimikyu is doing so much damage with all of those powerful slaps of the Shadow Claw. Alright, so now how is the orange team going to recover from this? How will the orange team ever recover? Well, I mean, the left side team has a huge lead, but that does not mean that this game is over. We just need to break through this impregnable defense. Mimikyu getting... just gonna do enough there to take out... Man, this Mimikyu is going crazy. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let me give credit where credit is due. Mimikyu picking up the KO on the Chandelure and then walking down 2 other Pokemon. Now we're gonna try and fight the Ceruledge with a Comfey on it, which is a little bit ill-advised. And yeah, the teammates come back. They're gonna pick up that KO on the Mimikyu. That's a big bag of experience for the opposing team to get. But we have the bottom objective spawned, and we have a battle of the defenders. The defenders are here to defend the bottom objective. Who would have seen this coming? Alright, Luke is here with the Comfey, and we are going to do what we can to prevent this Ceruledge from getting involved, per se. And Frank the Wolf diving in on Blade in the back line. Blade X-speeding, trying to get out of there. And Liddy trying to save him, but Frank is going to be able to get the KO on Blade and grab both of those berries. Where did the Ceruledge go? He vanished from reality for a second there, getting a bunch of healing from the Comfey and the support. Oh my gosh, huge Unite coming out from Chandelure. That is a team KO. And now they are going to be able to take this Regirock pretty much unperturbed. Gardevoir cannot really get in here, especially when the Regirock has already fainted. Alright, so how are we going to deal with this? Well, we've decided to all go bot lane and fight them, and this could also be a little bit ill-advised. They did just get a lot of experience. They are very strong as a team right now, and they were prepared for that. Mimikyu making possibly a smart play up here. Possibly. This guy up here, this silly Regieleki is all by itself, and it seems like the rest of the blue team has decided to go up here as well, and Mimikyu is going to slap that thing down with relative ease and intense speed. Alright, so now we're looking at possibly another team fight here as we are going to try and prevent this Eleki from touching the goal. The tree has located Frank the Wolf. Frank the Wolf is going to escape. Mimikyu going in a little bit too hard, getting caught by that flamethrower, knocked out by the Chandelure. And they're going to be able to defend this Eleki pretty well. And it seems like the blue team has decided to back away, get a little bit of farming going, perhaps. And honestly, that's probably something I would do myself, is try to get levels. We got to be stronger. We're behind in levels. We are behind in levels. We are ahead in score, but we are behind in levels. And we need to get ready for this Rayquaza fight. So, what's the game plan? How are we going to do this? Are we hiding in bushes? Are we looking? Are we poking? Are we all coming at once? Well, it looks like we are all in the bush. And we have an early engage coming out. Trevenant going to get caught out by the Umbreon with the mean look. And now, well, we're getting a little low on health. I gotta be careful here. Mimikyu going around the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Gravity being used. We are going to try and slap up this Umbreon. Umbreon going to unite to try and survive. A huge unite coming out from the Chandelure. Ceruledge picking up a KO on the Gardevoir in the back line. That's a lot of DPS that has disappeared suddenly. And this Ceruledge is level 15. And, oh my goodness, he is slashing everybody. Everyone is slashed, and all were slashed. But Goodra, relatively unkillable as a Pokemon. Here comes Trevenant. Goodra's still alive. Goodra is still alive! After all of that, Goodra is still alive! And we are going to pick up a KO on the Comfey and the Meowscarada, and are we really going to turn this Ray fight around? What is this, the power of Goodra? We have successfully fought them off. Okay, so we do some chip to Rayquaza, but we have to be cautious here. The other team is still there. We have seen a ping. We have seen a ping. We know that Luke is there. Luke is here now. Luke is here. He's coming in. He is coming in. Are we going to have the secure on Ray? Who got the secure? It looks like the purple team got the secure. Mimikyu gets the KO on Rayquaza, and this is looking like a win for Team Shadow Claw Syndicate to start us off. But that's a big 100 points from the Ceruledge up top. If the Ceruledge is able to defend here, I mean, it could be the difference maker. But looking at the sheer number of goals that are remaining, I'm gonna be honest, chat, I do not think that Team James Pond has gotten the win in Game 1 for this one. I do not think that they did. And there you have it. Game 1 going to Team Shadow Claw Syndicate.